Do not miss any of our cool videos. Subscribe to our channel for latest updates. Click on the bell icon now.
In this video, we are going to develop an intuitive understanding of the A-star search algorithm. Let us consider this graph, which is a pictorial representation of a network of cities. It could be something other than cities as well, but this helps us to understand the algorithm properly. Our aim is to start from city S and reach either of the goal cities G1, G2 or G3 in the shortest possible way. The arrows are the paths and the numbers beside each arrow are the path lengths. The small numbers written along with the city names are heuristic numbers generated by a heuristic function. For now, don't bother about these names. Just know that the numbers are a prediction of the path length from the corresponding city to the goal. For example, A7 means that the path length from A to goal is predicted to be 7. We will see later how to make these predictions. For the time being, let us assume that someone made these predictions already. Now let's start from S. We can go to A, B or D. But which city to go first? We decide that by assigning each city an A star score. A star score of a city is the path length of the city from the source city plus the heuristic value. If this is the case, you can see that the A star score is an approximation of the path length had we traveled to our goal along this path. So obviously we would choose the city with the minimum A star score. The A star scores in this case are 5 plus 7 12 for A, 9 plus 3 12 for B and 6 plus 6 12 for D. Since all the three scores are same, we will choose A. We will do some bookkeeping as well by noting down the cities that we have visited already along with the A star scores when we visited them. We do this because if we ever encounter a visited city with a higher A star score, we will not visit it once again. After visiting A, we have 4 choices. 2 of them have carried over from the previously untaken paths. 2 new paths are possible from A. One of them is A to G1 and the other is A to B. The A star score of B is given by the path length of B from S, which is 5 plus 3, 8, added to the heuristic value of B, that is 3. This gives us a total of 11. Similarly, we obtain the A star score of G1 as 14. Since B has the minimum A star score, we choose B and move on. This time we have the following active paths marked in red. We list down the A star scores, but we reject 2 of the paths. The A star score of path B to A is 5 plus 3 plus 2 plus 7, which is 17. We have already visited A with an A star score of 12, so we reject this path. Similarly, the path S to B is also rejected. Among the paths that are left, the path S to D has the minimum A star score, so we choose D and move on. After going to D, we update our list once again and we find out that C is the next city to go. So we move on to C and we get 5 paths, of which we reject the path B to C, which had an A star score of 13. Among the paths left, we choose the path D to E, which has the minimum A star score of 13. After choosing E, we list down the scores of the available paths again. And we can see the next choice is C to G2, which has an A star score of 13, the minimum among all the available ones. Now G2 is one of our goal cities. So we have reached our goal. We didn't reach the other 2 goals, G1 or G3. We reached G2. And the path length from S to G2 was 8. And the path that we took was S to D to C to G2. This is how the A star search algorithm works. A star algorithm can be used to plan a path for a robot. Let us consider this situation where a robot needs to move from the red point to the green point. The black boxes are blocked. A-star algorithm helps us to plan a path for the robot. Each of the boxes can be thought of as a city or a node. But what about the heuristic numbers? Consider this case where we need to measure the predicted distance of this box from the goal. We can always do that using the Euclidean distance. Since Euclidean distance gives us the straight line distance, our heuristic will always be less than the actual length. Such a heuristic function is called an admissible heuristic. This algorithm can be easily implemented in Python. I have attached a Jupyter notebook that takes in a 100 x 100 pixel image, marks the path that the robot has to take, and returns a 1000 x 1000 pixel image. I have supplied a sample image to test it out as well. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you understood the algorithm.